Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn about the strong stuff. This includes products like retinol, chemical peels, microdermabrasion, exfoliating tools, and derma rollers. And these are some of the things that you can use at home to really dramatically improve the look of your skin without taking any drastic, expensive, and potentially dangerous measures like surgery. Now, before I get into the specifics, I want to take a quick second to explain how and why these products actually work. And the reason that they work so well is because of a process in your body called hormesis. Hormesis is what happens when your body has to recover from a little bit of stress or damage. For example, take one of the most common forms of hormesis that we engage in. I'm sure you've done it yourself, and that is exercise. When you exercise, say by lifting weights, you're not actually making your body stronger, at least not in that moment. At the time that you're exercising, you're actually making your body weaker. By lifting heavy weights until your muscles get tired, you're actually breaking down your muscle fibers and causing little micro tears in your muscles. That's why, after a strenuous workout, your arms and legs might feel tired, sore, and weak. It's because you've damaged your muscles. And they get a little bit more damaged and a little bit weaker with every strenuous rep you complete. But then that's when the magic happens, is after the workout, when your body responds to that stress by rebuilding your muscles to be a little bigger and a little stronger. It's your body's way of adapting to your environment. And it's important to note that your body doesn't just compensate for the stresses you put it through, it super compensates for them. So it doesn't just recover your muscles back to where they were. It actually makes them stronger than they were in the first place in order to help better prepare you to handle that stress in the future. This is how exercise works to make you stronger. And in a nutshell, that's what hormesis is. Another common form of hormesis that you might be familiar with is the idea of letting your kids play in the dirt to build up their immune system. The idea here is that if you let your kids get a little dirty, then it exposes their immune system to some germs. So it's basically like exercise for their immune system. It's not exposing them to so many germs that they get super sick, but just enough that their immune system has something to fight off. This is just another example of hormesis. Now, when it comes to your skin, a lot of things are not under your control. The appearance of your skin is mostly genetic, hereditary, comes from your parents. But there is one big thing that you can do to change the look of your skin, one way that is under your control, and that is to use hormesis to improve the way your skin looks. And in a nutshell, it works the same way exercise does. You cause a little bit of damage to the outer layer of your skin. And there are different ways that you can do this, by exfoliating, by using chemical peels, derma rollers, or retinol. But the end result is the same. You end up causing a little bit of damage. We're mainly talking about the skin on your face here. And then over the course of the next several days or even weeks, your body compensates and adapts to that stress by causing you to build healthy, fresh, new skin. It might sound a little scary, but trust me, the quote-unquote damage we're talking about here that you're going to cause to your skin is very tiny. Most of the time, you won't even notice, or you may have just a tiny little bit of redness, or your face may be just a little tender for maybe a day. But other than that, you'll never even notice. The one exception would be if you use a strong chemical peel, and I'll explain that later on in the video. And it's important that the amount of damage is small, because in order for hormesis to work, your body has to be able to fix all the damage and then some. If you do too much damage, then your body won't be able to recuperate enough in order to give you that super compensation. So it's important that the amount of damage is small in order for this to actually work. So if you did create too much damage, it might look like this. See, the damage, the dip that goes below the line is too much. In this case, your body can't compensate and it can't do enough repair to get you back to the line or above the line from where you started. So don't worry, all the products and techniques that I'm going to recommend here are totally safe. Some of them might cause a little bit of short-term stinging or discomfort, but trust me, it will definitely be worth it in the end. Because the products and techniques that I'm going to share with you here are the most effective things you can do to get better looking skin. Okay, the first up is retinol. Now, retinol is a form of vitamin A that is very well documented in many different studies and other research to help exfoliate old skin and stimulate the growth of fresh new skin. Retinol is sometimes prescribed for acne and also for anti-aging. In fact, as far as I know, retinol is the only prescription ingredient that's known to reduce and help stave off wrinkles. Now, you can get a prescription for retinol, but you don't have to. There are many over-the-counter products available too. There are actually a ton of retinol products on Amazon. I would recommend just searching for retinol and looking for something with good reviews. The stronger versions, like this one, can have up to 2.5% of retinol, which is a pretty high concentration for an over-the-counter product. This one you can see has 2.5% retinol, has 4.5 stars out of almost 1,000 reviews, and is about 20 bucks. You can see it has other ingredients too, but what we're most interested in here is the percentage of retinol. Retinol is the #1 most important and most effective ingredient, so don't get distracted by that other stuff. Look for the amount of retinol in the product, which again is about 2.5% here, which is really good for over-the-counter. One thing to keep in mind with retinol products is that some of them will come as a cream, and some, like the one I showed you, will come as a serum. Now, practically speaking, it really doesn't make that much of a difference which form you get. They're both fine. It really doesn't matter. But as I said, retinol is, bar none, the most studied and the most effective ingredient there is to improve your skin. So this is one thing that I recommend that you use every night as part of your nightly routine. It can be a little bit drying to your skin because it is pretty strong. So you might want to start out by using it every other night until you get used to it. Or you can just start out with a product that has a lower percentage of retinol. And then as you get more used to it, you can build up to a higher percentage. Now, one thing to keep in mind about retinol is that sunlight causes it to break down. So you always want to use the retinol cream at night. This way, the retinol will actually have time to work while you're sleeping, which is when your skin regenerates the most anyway, is overnight. Also, remember to store your retinol products somewhere that's dark, like a drawer or a medicine cabinet, away from the sunlight, so that it doesn't break down inside the jar.